Oh, tough.
Unfortunate crack there.
And this is the consistency we thought Adam was going to come out with. He just had to get a little break, go do a little warm-up, and this is what we're used to seeing from one of the top indoor players in the game today, in Adam Mania, as he goes to serve.
Oh, that's just so tough from Kane. Short hopping the ball from 40-plus feet and just flat rolling it in front of Adam.
Yeah. His elbow elevation before shooting, it's iconic.
Ooh. Goes for the out the door shot, just misses. One thing I've seen from Chris, the past couple years that I've been to these outdoor events, is his backhand is getting a lot better. He's not some of these indoor guys who have just like that natural backhand. Oof, another unforced error from Kane. Alvaro looking at the Kings bench. Now we see the sub. Jake comes in for Chris. Kane stays on the court.
And here we go. One of the reasons why we got fresh panels for the front court. The power of Jake Bredenbeck we're about to witness if he can get a clean shot.
Even if it isn't clean, he's just going to, short serve.
Already his presence making a difference here. Fresh arm comes on the court here. The Minnesota man, the Viking himself, Jake Bredenbeck serves for heat. Oh, no.
And there's Mr. Consistent right there. Pulls the Alvaro, blows on the racket. It's the Alvaro effect.
It's so good for TV.
Oh, that's such a good serve from Kane. Right to Alvaro's backhand, high Z.
Might be a little bit in the shadow there. Catch it just a millisecond late. Ooh. I thought it crossed. Hard to tell. I believe Marcos, though. I think he's right there. No complaints from the bench or from the players. So what do we know in the back 40? Great call. Head referee Marcos Gravier.
Oh, and Alvaro short hop of his own from the back. Flat rolls it. Talking to Michelle a little bit over there. Oof.
6-5 in the individual game here.
Oh, and that's a serve Adam and I were talking about earlier today, is that high Z to Kane's backhand.
Oh, and after a freebie from Kane, Team Eve Genesis has caught up in total team points. So just to be clear, the individual game, Team Eve Genesis has the lead in overall total points, which is going to get you to the finals. It's a 3-point difference as KWM has a 33-30 lead. And now it's sharpening down.
I know. This is going to get interesting.
33-31. And that's a great timeout from the iconic Coach Winterton. And you got to feel good about the positivity from Team Eve Genesis right now.
Yeah, even after what happened with the women's, little rough start, stayed positive. Now they're back in it. 2 points behind. So if they tie this up, are we going to see a mixed match? Is that how this works?
We're going to see a mixed match regardless because it is total points, but it will, like I predicted, come down to the mixed doubles. So very smart timeout as they've closed the lead to 2 points in total points at 33-31. And right now, Team Eve Genesis in this individual game leads 8-5. So they're 3 points away, which if they collect all three, puts them 1 point over the top as they head in to the mixed. So rules here on the WTR, you get 2 timeouts per game. They're using one of them. Each timeout consists of 2 total minutes. 2 total minutes will also be given in between sets of games. So 2 games played to 11. No tiebreaker. It's total points. We have coaches. They can call subs and timeouts.
The Kings made another sub. Jake's showing was short-lived. Chris is now back playing with Kane.
Yep.
Alvaro wanting the replay, trying to put the hand down, trying to hide it, rolled the ball out. replay is called.
9-5 is a score.
Between the legs.
Wow.
And Alvaro, his hands, all of his career have just been so good, so consistent, and that is so perfect for this game here in outdoor.
Yeah, we have game point here. Total points for 36. 34-33 as they take the lead. 1 point away from finishing the men's doubles.
Oh, and short ball is called. Team Eve is going to appeal.
And here we go. It's important.
Adam
Agreed and agreed. The call is going to stand.
Adam not happy.
So great break here for KWM Gutterman to make up some points here, regain their lead, or opportunity for Genesis to keep the pressure on as we head into mixed doubles next.
Who do you think we're going to see for mixed on the Kings?
I'll tell you right now after this rally.
Oof.
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate miss for Adam.
6-10.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Chris McDonald is back.
It's flawless, DJ.
That was the cleanest rollout I've ever seen out here.
7-10.
Ooh. That barely missed.
And it's a great depth from Mania, and that's the consistency we talk about, the flashiness of rolling it out. It's not that he can't, he prefers the high percentage.
And it's paying off right now. It's paying off big time as they have game point back in the box, first server.
And Kane missed his angle there, and he recognizes it. Now it's time for some defense. Ooh, such a good creative shot from Kane Waslinchuk on a really well-done serve from Mania. Beltran goes for broke there and files bankruptcy.
Really can't blame him, though. First server, you have him at game point. You got to go for it.
I like it. I like the style.
And Mr. Consistent puts it away when he needs to.
So total points now, it is Team Eve Genesis who's taken over 36-34 as we head. Pardon me, Kings. Kings barely hold on to the lead at 36-34. A great catch-up from Team Eve Genesis as we head into the mixed. It's going to be interesting. What did you see the major adjustments that Team Eve Genesis made there?
One, the decisions of subbing and timeouts, because with the men, they have the subbing now. So I think the timing of timeouts and subs was really good there. And just strategy-wise, rip it middle. These guys have so much power, so consistent. Just rip it middle. And they got their opportunities and put it away when they needed to.
Absolutely, and we see the queen herself of the ladies tour, Paola Longoria. She's warming up for Team KWM Gutterman. Let's see who Team Eve Genesis is going to start here. DJ, if you were to pick, if you were coaching, who are you starting between Carla and Brenda?
Ooh. It depends on what guy is playing, honestly.
Okay.
Because if you have Alan playing, Alan and Carla are a very experienced mixed team on both indoor and outdoor.
Yeah.
You see them do really well at a lot of these tournaments. So, I mean, you can't not put them together. But if you have Adam, Brenda is one of those players that can hang with the guys. I've seen her do it a bunch of times, indoor and in outdoor. And if you put her with Adam, she's going to have to play the left side because you want forehands in the middle.
Yeah.
So I think we're seeing Brenda warm up right now. So I think we're going to see Brenda and Adam play for the Eve team.
So very cool. To your point, it looks like they're going to go with Brenda to start here. And like I said, teams are going to get 2 minutes here, DJ. And it's going to be interesting. Are they going to stick with Chris for the mix to keep it rolling? With Paola, it kind of looks like that might be the deal, which this is interesting because whenever would they play together?
You would never think it would happen.
Right.
They're from two completely different places in racquetball. You know, Paola being the most dominant women's indoor player, and Chris, who is super experienced out here and has never played an indoor event, a sanctioned indoor event. So it's very interesting to see them play together.
And I'm curious to see who Genesis is going to stick with for the mixed. I mean, you would think Beltran has more experience in the mixed out here on these courts. Obviously, Adam can play with almost any woman indoor. Alon, same thing. He currently played in the World Championships that were held in Texas, the indoor championships, with Carla Munoz. So there's such a seasoned options over on Team Eve Genesis. It's going to be interesting to see who they come up with.
I think with the way that Adam finished that last game, you know, he's feeling good. He's probably going to come in pretty hot. I think they would start him.
I like that too. That's how I feel about it, you know, especially with the finishing shot at the end, how he started, the adjustments he made while waiting, because that's not easy either. You're coming off the court after, you know, have a few loose balls, then you cheer your team on, and then you get the opportunity to come back on and you close it out.
It's a good feeling.
That's something only a professional can do, what he did there. And obviously Alvaro the entire time stayed on the court. Somehow, sometimes, that guy is defying time. I don't understand it. If you're just joining us, welcome everybody. This is the 2024 World Team Racquetball exhibition here. One of many to come as owners Keith Miner of the KWM Gutterman, Abel Perez of Team Eve Genesis, Mike Kinkin of the Dovetail Thunderbolts, and Mike Martinez of the ProConnect Aces had such great vision with Mike Poulter and Hank Marcus to really sit down and revolutionize rules, revolutionize how we look at racquetball. Since we have, look at this. We have almost every crown jewel in racquetball here in one event. As fans are pouring in, people caught their flights. We've got online viewership. This is just something you don't want to miss, DJ, and I'm so glad you're here for too, as you're rising up in your own career. Outdoor champion, indoor champion, and it's just such a right time for you to be playing, man.
I know this era of racquetball, I'm so grateful to be a part of. I'm grateful to be able to represent a team, Team Eve Genesis. I can't wait to see all the events that are going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
Because then we're going to see different players with different teammates. So it's going to be really interesting how all this unfolds in the future.
Yeah. 100%. So it looks like we're lined up. They've actually gone with Beltran. You know, he might, and here's the reason being. When you sit him down, it might be down for the count. You know what I mean? Might get a little too cold.
True.
So I like the approach. That's a really cerebral choice from Coach Amy Roller of Team E Genesis Promotions.
Yeah, Adam, Alan, both super young. They can hop on the court anytime.
At any time.
Anytime. You call them, they're there. I really like that decision.
If you're joining us live online, you guys, I wish you could see. There's just so many stories in the audience, and you think about one of the linesmen that we have for this in Emmett Coe. He is the greatest paddleball player in our game today for the indoor game, and obviously we got William Rowland, the greatest one-wall paddleball player. We've got Sastre, greatest one-wall doubles player in our generation, waiting in the wing, because next, after these 2 games of mixed doubles, it's going to be the ProConnect Aces taking on the Team Dovetail Thunderbolts, and it's going to be electrifying. If this is what we've seen from the first match, I can't wait to see what happens with these players that have been anxiously waiting to have their shot on this beautiful stadium court.
Because those teams are full of legends themselves. So it's just going to be super exciting to see these next few matches unfold.
And it looks like we're going to get underway here. We appreciate everyone tuning in online, multiple platforms. Thank you to the LPRT for streaming this. Your head referee for this mixed and final game will be Marcos Gravier. Great player out of Florida. The whole state of Florida is so proud of him. It was such a good reception that they chose him for this event.
Yes.
And they couldn't really have chose a better referee for it. He's just so seasoned. And we're going to get underway here any second.
Now
so
this is the deciding factor of who we will see in the finals.
Correct. And this is, I mean, man, for first year, you can't ask for anything better.
No. What is it? 2-3-point deficit for Team Eve Genesis. And this is just going to be so entertaining because Alvaro's coming off of a really good momentum win for Team Eve Genesis. You know, they didn't start off too well in the women's, brought it back in the men's, and I just can't wait to see these players.
Absolutely. Alone, just for the weekend event coming up, as we get to the weekend, we have over 341 players competing. So they're all flying in. They're getting an opportunity to see this live. We encourage everyone to come be a part of this. It is, in my 21 years of playing, dude, this is by far and away one of the coolest things that I've seen. What a breath of fresh air. And here we go, DJ. Chris McDonald starts us off for the KWM Gutterman Kings.
Oh, and good shot, Paola. We saw her earlier in the women's serving amazing and just hitting shots like that.
Yeah, just a miss serve.
Oh, this is why they kept Alvaro in. Just makes it look so easy.
And really for the pro game, this is just one of the best things that can be happening, is to see Alvaro shooting and playing like this. Just a treasure. Look at
Oh my gosh, Alvaro.